With less than 2 months until Election Day, all eyes will be right here on ABC tomorrow night when Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump square off in the eagerly anticipated ABC News presidential debate. It will be the first time the two candidates will meet face to face.
And here to get us ready for the big night, ABC Chief White House Correspondent Mary Bruce and our Chief Washington Correspondent Jonathan Karl. Good to see you guys both. Mary, we'll start with you. You're in Pittsburgh where the Vice President is getting ready for the big night. Can you tell us about her prep and how she's getting ready?
Yeah, well, DeMarco, behind these hotel doors, Kamala Harris is now hunkered down, getting ready for what will no doubt be a defining moment in this race. And she is taking this prep pretty seriously. We know she is holding these mock debate sessions. They've even set up a full stage with full TV lighting here for these rehearsals. And she's actually being prepared and being given the help of some of the advisors who helped Hillary Clinton prep for her 2016 debate with Donald Trump, including one advisor who is now playing the role of the former president in these mock debate sessions. And of course, Kamala Harris, we know she's an experienced debater. She was known during her days up on Capitol Hill for those pointed exchanges in so many hearings. But the campaign is quick to note that this is fundamentally different. This will be Donald Trump's 7th presidential debate. It will be Kamala Harris's first. And as you noted there, this is the first time the two of them are ever actually coming face to face. They've never met before. So the goal here for Kamala Harris is really to outline her proposals, to continue to reintroduce herself to voters before Trump has a chance to do it for her, and then to pivot and go on the attack. She really wants to highlight what she believes is Donald Trump's failed record, the campaign hoping to counter some of what they believe is some Trump amnesia out there among voters. And yes, guys, she wants to go on the attack, and she wants to get under Donald Trump's skin. The challenge there, though, is how she can successfully bait Donald Trump without getting baited herself, guys.
All right, John, we have to ask, though, because, Donald Trump very famously says he doesn't do traditional debate prep. What are you hearing about how he's preparing for this night?
Well, he does a little more than he lets on. A little more. Look, you heard Mary describe the Kamala Harris process. I mean, they literally go in and build an exact replica of our debate stage. They videotape it so they can watch how those angles look, how the cutaway, how the two shots look, how the lighting works, how the walkout works. Trump does none of that, but he does sit around with a team of advisors who bounce around possible questions and possible answers. Matt Gaetz, the congressman, is among that team. So is Tulsi Gabbard. And, look, Trump, I think it's a very important point that Mary just mentioned. He has done 6 general election presidential debates. This will be his 7th. That will be a record in American history. No other president has done so many general election debates. So he's been at this before. He has a sense for it, but most of it is instinct, not practice.
But Jonathan, will he change his approach with Vice President Harris, or will he take a similar approach as he did with President Biden back in June?
Will Trump change? I mean, that's always a good question. Look, DeMarco, the truth of the matter is his team around him are drilling into his head as much as they can that if he sticks to the issues, if he compares the Trump record with the Biden-Harris record, they believe. If he sticks to the issues where the polls show he has an advantage over Kamala Harris, the immigration, inflation, the economy, that he will win this debate. And if he goes off on personal attacks, he's in problematic grounds.
Mary, there was a lot of back and forth with the rules. The mics are going to be off while the candidates aren't speaking. What can we make of all the back and forth over the rules of the microphones?
Yeah, look, it certainly is not unusual for the campaigns to spar and go back and forth over the rules for these kinds of things. But remember, of course, these were the same rules that we saw in the last debate. Of course, that was between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. These were the rules that the Biden campaign had agreed to going forward. And I think there is some concern now amongst the Harris campaign that this may allow Donald Trump to seem more tempered, to seem more in control. I think they were looking forward in some ways for him being a little bit more freewheeling. And now that the microphones will be muted when the candidate is not speaking, they are worried that that may be to Donald Trump's benefit. But of course, remember, the two of them are still going to be standing side by side on that debate stage. There will be plenty of opportunity for them to interact and for us to see a very real debate here, guys.
And one thing is for certain, the world will be watching. ABC's Mary Bruce and Jonathan Karl, good to see you guys. We appreciate it. And by the way, our special coverage of the ABC News presidential debate begins tomorrow night at 8 p.m. right here on ABC.